Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where Trump is best known for his hit albums Born to Run and Born in the USA, this is Ballot.
Today, Springsteen fans take on Trump, and the polls are bad for Biden. Like, really bad. Let's hit this. What an unbelievable scene we had at the Jersey Shore this weekend as Donald Trump took the stage and delivered, well, one of his more unsettling performances to date. In a move that can only be described as wildly inappropriate, Trump praised the cannibalistic serial killer Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs, calling him wonderful and late and great. Yes, you heard that right. He lauded a fictional character who literally ate people. But never one to miss an opportunity for a non sequitur, Trump then pivoted to railing against unauthorized immigration, drawing an absurd parallel between the diabolical Dr. Lecter and, human beings seeking a better life. Because those two things are totally equivalent, right? It was a seamless rhetorical transition only the former president could pull off. Hannibal the cannibal, standing ovation, undocumented immigrants, boo hiss. I have to wonder if the proximity to the giant Dipper roller coaster was making him nauseous and impairing his judgment, amidst the obligatory lies about being indicted more than Al Capone. Which, fun fact, is just blatantly untrue. Of course, we could spend all day unpacking the sheer outrageousness of Trump's unmoored statements. But part of me can't help but wonder, did he perhaps employ the services of an AI writing partner for this rally? It's been known to happen, even in podcasts like this one. Trump boasted that the crowd at his little beach bash was bigger than a Bruce Springsteen concert. Then, in an even more puzzling move, Trump declared that the very anti-Trump Springsteen actually voted for him. Because I'm sure the legendary Born in the USA rocker, who has been an outspoken Biden supporter, secretly cast a ballot for the former president. Totally plausible. Footage from the rally seems to directly contradict claims from Wildwood officials that the crowd was anywhere from 80,000 to 100,000 people strong. Numerous clips shared by Springsteen fans confirmed the obvious, that the boss's shows at MetLife Stadium, which seats over 82,000, absolutely dwarfed the largely empty beach at Trump's gathering. So much for being bigger than Springsteen. Let's break down Trump's latest antics in the courthouse hallway, shall we? First off, the former president was out there quoting remarks from senators like J.D. Vance and Tim Scott, two names that keep popping up on VP shortlists. Very subtle, Donald. Nothing says I'm totally confident about my re-election chances, like trotting out potential understudy auditions. But the real comedy gold came when Trump started regurgitating what he claims are opinions from legal analysts about his case. And let me tell you folks, the comedic timing on this one was chef's kiss asterisk. There's nothing illegal, a lot of people say that. They're all saying that, Trump declared, before adding the delightfully untrue caveat. The only person who won't say it is the judge because it's a rigged deal. He's conflicted. So according to Trump, every single person on the planet, besides the judge overseeing his case, thinks there's no crime here? That's some impressive conspiracy-minded delusion, even by Trump standards. At this point, I half expected him to cite Merriam-Webster's definition of crime and contend that the dictionary itself is rigged against him too. It's just a cavalcade of increasingly unhinged denialism. Joe Biden is so old that he remembers when polls were as simple as, "So Kane, so Abel, what do you think?" He won't like these new ones. A series of new polls from major outlets like the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer have shown Donald Trump leading Joe Biden in 5 crucial battleground states: Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan, Georgia, and Nevada. And we're not just talking razor-thin margins here. Trump's advantage ranges from a relatively modest 3 points in Pennsylvania all the way up to a whopping 12-point lead in Nevada. The only bright spot for Biden appears to be a 2-point edge in Wisconsin. But even that's well within the dreaded margin of error territory. Naturally, the Biden camp was quick to downplay these troubling numbers. Their pollster Jeff Guerin quipped that the only consistency in recent public polls is inconsistency, essentially urging everyone to take the results with a crispy dollop of salt, given other surveys showing Biden gaining ground. But one has to wonder if voter concerns over issues like the economy, the war in Gaza, and yes, Biden's advanced age are genuinely threatening to unravel the president's diverse coalition of supporters. The polls indicate a surprising 20% of black voters currently back Trump. numbers not seen for a Republican since the civil rights era. Of course, it's not all doom and gloom for Biden. When looking solely at those describing themselves as likely voters, he pulls ahead in Michigan and gets considerably closer in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. A decent Midwestern showing could be enough to buck the polling trends and keep him in the Oval Office. And let's not forget the wild card that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s third-party bid. The anti-vaxxer, who once claimed to have had a mind-controlling worm in his brain, is currently pulling about 10% support, siphoning votes equally from both frontrunners. Because why not add a little more chaos and absurdity to an already bonkers election cycle? Remarkably, The Times reports that a staggering 70% of voters feel the country's economic and political systems need major changes, or even to be torn down entirely. Yikes! Talk about an endorsement for drastic upheaval. With issues like abortion rights also looming large, it's a perfect storm of discontent that could propel Trump back despite his mounting criminal woes related to the 2020 election and his chaotic post-presidency antics. So batten down the hatches, folks. If these polls are any indication, we're in for one of the most turbulent, bitterly contested presidential races in recent memory. And something tells me the campaign wild armor and unhinged rhetoric is only just beginning to heat up. What a time to be alive.